So, easy one, pretty common. It grows on wood. Tends to get like maples. Okay. Tends to get like really big. Always has this like fan shape, really woody stem. And if you turn it, we know it's a polypore because it doesn't have gills. It has pores. The common name of this one is the dryad saddle or the pheasant's back, and it's poor edible. It's edible. Some people eat it.
You can in the spring.
And even in here, I heard people eating. So you want to eat only the part that is soft. So you take a knife and you try to go
With the knife.
in, and when it gets like a bit hard, that's how much you can probably like eat. You want to look for the size of the pores. When the pores are like too big, so like people tend to assume that like large ones are older, but that's not necessarily true. When the pores are large, so you can see this is an old specimen, and this is gonna be too tough to eat. Something like this might be still good enough. You have to cook it really well, because otherwise it's like. So this one also, it looks small, but it's actually like an old one. So the size is not always a good indicator. Cook it really well, because if not, they are like not really easy to digest. They just like go through your system and completely undigested. And you have to like, they don't have any flavor. They just like have texture. When you fry them, you want to get them really crispy, and they get like a kind of like a bacon texture.
Ooh, okay.
So if you eat them with like animal fat, they taste good, but otherwise it's just like texture, it's not like, definitely not a choice edible. And the name for this one is Polypores squamosus, because the squamosus means scaly. It's because of the scaly cap of the fruiting bodies. So you wanna check the species?
Oh, put them out.
You check the polypores, and then I'll do the same for you for the gills.
Okay, sure.
We have both the real and the false turkey tail. So turkey tail has got really popular because of Paul Stamets' TED Talk.
Why?
He grew some or collected some for a study in which they were trying to prove whether or not turkey tails can help chemotherapy.
No kidding.
Yeah, and they found like a marginal statistical
Marginal.
yeah, marginal. Like some people are kind of like claiming that there has to be like replicates. So a lot of people are taking these now for medicinal purposes to like help prevent or like treat cancer. Turkey tails, the common name is turkey tail, but the species name is Traminis versicolor. Versicolor means different colors. And it's because this one is brown. It could be like purple, green. They always have this like zonate cap. They are really thin, and if you turn them, you can always see the pores. And then we have the false turkey tail. That is, we have it under parchment, because parchments don't have pores that are visible with the naked eye. So this is so yeah, that's how you tell them apart. You flip it, you see the pores. It's a real turkey tail. If you don't, it's still in Austria, right?
Do they grow in similar conditions? Like they both grow like?
Yeah, they grow in very similar habitats. They are like the texture is different. So this one is like always really thin, and these are always like a bit like.
Oh, they're on the same
thicker.
log. They can.
They can cover the entire log.
Okay.
So these are the false.
And then another common one that is easy to identify. They also have like a bit more of a color when they are young, but they start fading white. When they are fresh, they have pores that are violet, but the walls in between the pores start breaking and turning into something that resembles teeth. So the common name of this one is the violet tooth polypore. And I found these ones growing on hardwood, so it's Biforme. There's two species, one that grows on conifer and one that grows on hardwood.
This one.
Okay, this is the black-footed polypore. Easy to identify because it has always this. Is it black-footed? Various.
There's another one, because I picked one and it's not that shape, it's black-footed.
I think this is the black-footed one, and then we have this is various maybe.
Here's another one. Oh, well, okay. And then
This is the black-footed, right?
Right. So this is the same thing we had last time. There are two kinds. Yes, there are. There's the big one, and then there's like the small sort of circular one.
Yeah, we've been calling this various, and this various.
Somebody have the
Because the
other
various
one?
is more like leathery, right?
I'd call this various. I don't know about
Oh,
that
right,
one,
right,
though.
right. That's various.
Because this is much more.
Yeah.
That's what I found. It is.
Okay, so
So various for sure. I don't know.
and
what
this
to
is
call
various.
We'll call that various. Because yes. See,
So, okay.
Blackfoot.
Always have central stem. When you look at, you see them from far, you think that they are like gill fungi, but then you turn them and they actually don't have gills; they have pores. And this one always have it's not lateral. How do you call it?
What is it?
Acentric stem. Off-centric, yeah. So this one is always central, or like more central than this one, and this one is always it feels more leathery, and this is a bit more hard.
Is this a Blackfoot?
No, that's the same one that like, do you want to give it a name?
This is not the same. Yeah, it's hard, but it's not the same.
What about those?
It's like that one right
Would
there.
it be Radicatus? I don't know that one as well.
I don't think like there's the Radicatus is on the ground.
Is it? Okay.
So
Yeah, I don't know
if
that.
those were on wood, it's not that.
What is this one?
I found this by itself.
We're gonna keep this as unknown, but this
I'll,
is various.
I think those might.
I'll see if I can clarify the situation.
In terms of polypores, we have there's like three polypores that they almost look like sponges. You touch them and they're soft. They're always like kind of like wet. They bruise in three different colors. One doesn't. One turns a bit like reddish and one turns like grayish blue. And that's how we tell them apart. It's probably more like than three species, but we
They're splitting them up now, but
yeah.
we don't have the means to tell them apart.
So is Postia acacia the red one?
Fragilis
Fragilis.
is the red one.
Okay, so
But I did find the blue one as well. It's in my basket over there.
and Chionis is the white and acacia is the
I
blue, right?
think Carolinian is like the one that doesn't change at all.
Yeah, because it's like so like this is the one that like you can see turns red. So it's bruising from the part when it was cut and like the top in red color. Do you have the blue one at hand? It's more of the same, or like the red one is fresher, so you can see it's kind of like squishy. It's the same too. Okay, let's see.
You've got several here.
Yeah, they are all the same. These two. These are called, the common name is dead man's fingers. It's because they are always black, grow from quarried wood on the ground, and they kind of like always look like, you know, black.
Dead man's fingers.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Huh? They're white. Yeah. So the way to tell them apart from poo is because they're white inside.
Yeah.
Poo is not white.
Real dirty though.
Yeah. And they always have like spores on the surface, so they get your fingers kind of like
Dirty.
and then this for sure Jan call it longibus.
They're not the same. Okay. Right. I see.
And this is
I see.
Silurian polymorpha maybe. I just learned this the other day, and Jan was like one of the
Longipes are they have different, like they're a bit more light
yeah.
on the surface.
So I asked, how do you tell them apart? It's like this just has like a clear longibus appearance. It's like okay, that's
Right.
They grow more like baseball bats or clubs.
Right, and then
They
these
have this, yeah.
Oh, so they're not the same.
No.
These ones should have a stem if they have a stem like this. Like
Yes,
this one,
yes.
I mean, sort of.
They look like black cordyceps on stairs.
So Yuki would call in the this longy piece on this way for me?
Yeah, so we'll put the two down. This is the blue cheese polypore. It's sort of grayish, bluish on the top.
Yeah.
So
One
this is
stains
just
red, one stains blue, one doesn't stain.
so these
at
are
all.
cup fungi and these are earth stars.
Yeah. So let's see.
One, just the one.
Yeah. So this is the easy one to identify. So air stars, they always start with like a sphere, and when the weather gets like when they start like opening, so these things are actually covering the sac. I don't know the second term for this. There's a difference in between air stars, earth balls, and puffballs. So these are puffballs.
There's more. There were more.
The puffballs start kind of like disintegrating, and that's how they spread their
They
spores.
turn green. The spores turn
What?
green.
Earth balls. We find them too. Yeah.
They sort of like all of them will sort of grow in the fall and then all over winter, so you can really find them anytime.
This is triplet. Yeah. So like the I think it's called the color air star or something like that. It always when it opens it always has these like all the other air stars or like a lot of all the others don't have this one, but this one keeps it, and with age it kind of like detaches, and you can like you find them like old ones and you can kind of like turn it. And triplex is because it has three parts, 1, 2, 3. So the Extron triplex. And yeah, they have a hole there, and that's how they spread the spores. Puffballs have a different method. They kind of like disintegrate and they just release the spores. And then earth balls have a hole like the earth stars. They have a hole, and depending on the shape of the hole and how much it opens, you can identify them.
I don't think we got any, did we?
No, I don't think so.
No. Not here.
The orange
So
one
just
was growing on a stump.
Is this even a puffball?
Okay. Oh.
There was a whole bunch.
Well, that's what I saw. I looked at that and I thought,
Like a
that
young
doesn't look
foliota?
like a poly. That doesn't look like a puffball.
Okay.
Does it have gills?
So this is Toronto.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Grows on the ground, and it always has this kind of like
Rough studs.
yeah, like I don't know.
Like texture.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
And this is I think it's a foliota.
Oh yeah, it's a folio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is not a puffball.
Oh,
Looks like a
Guelph
puffball.
mushroom.
It's a baby mushroom.
it was guild for you.
What is it?
Yeah, you can
Does it have-
you can
is
see
it
the
baby
gills
what?
inside. It's a baby foliota. We'll get
Oh,
there.
I didn't think
It was like
a
too
puffball.
spiky to be a puffball.
That's what I mean, exactly. That's when I looked at it and I thought,
And this is a lichen, which is technically a symbiosis of a mushroom and algae, and in some cases bacteria.
What's it called?
A lichen. It's
Oh,
a
lichen,
lichens,
yeah.
I don't know what kind of lichen. So they are like technically kind of mushrooms, but not. We don't know how to.
we don't really.
I've always been told they're different because they're subs.
Well, they are ascos, so they are like ascomyces. They are similar to like this,
Yeah.
they're like evolutionary, but they grow always with like algae and sometimes with
Yeah.
cyanobacteria. And we are not lichenologists, so we don't study that. This is
Ah.
everywhere in Toronto. It's
trees.
killing all the cherry trees. It's poop on a stick is the common name, and the Latin, the binomial is Apiosporina morbosa. Morbosa being sickness, and Apiosporina, my guess is that the spores are elongated, because apio in Spanish and I guess in Latin it means a leak. And sporina my guess is that it has to do with the shape of the spores. But like morbosa for sure is death, and it's a mushroom, it's a cap fungi that kills
Does it grow on
fruit
trees?
trees.
Is it not on trees?
apples, cherries.
Cherries.
Yeah,
Lots of fruit trees.
yeah.
It's
It's
dying.
killing it. Yeah. And I
You can prune
found.
it out, but it's likely already in the.
Can you pass me my bag? That box? Yes.
Are you the arborist and stuff?
She's talking. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
Yes. Ooh, spores.
Yeah. So these species, when they are like young,
They're trying to rejuvenate
they have like a.
the fruit orchard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They release the spores like 2 or 3 seconds after they receive air. Let's see if we can do any with these ones.
I have some too.
A little bit.
What's that?
They have like almost like a release mechanism. When you like blow them, you wait for like 2-3 seconds, you see like an explosive release of spores.
Don't do it to me.
I was just mentioning to someone that I thought I got kind of sick after I sort of inhaled them by accident. No?
And you need to have a pretty like weak immune system to get like any of
that's
that.
what-
Like
what I have,
if you're like doing like chemotherapy or like you have like AIDS medication and stuff like that. There's like one case of couple of cases of them growing on like toenails, I think. Yeah. This one was growing on wood, so is besides varia or varia the one that grows on wood? I don't know. These
I
things.
think Pisisis, we just say it's
Pisiza.
because there are so many.
So all you see
Say
this,
species.
and they are like really difficult to ID without a microscope. They always like cap like.
If it's just species, should I just?
Put SP next to Pisiza and I will just. Yeah.
All right.
So Pisizas, they are cap fungi. They are pretty cool because when they are really fresh, you blow them, they release spores in an explosive way.
So these ones.
Want to get up?
These ones aren't Pisisis though, and you can tell because they're rather deep. Like Pisisis are sort of more shallow. So these ones we call them the deep cup. Jaffnia semitosta. I don't think that's on the list here, so
Then I found King Alfred's cake. So this one is, it kind of like always looks like, it's usually black. It turns like a bit more like pinkies, like dark pinkies. They are like just booty, hair. When you cut them in half, they have concentric shape. So the binomial name is Daldinia concentrica. I have no idea what Daldinia means, but concentrica refers to the shape. It's concentric. And the common name King Alfred's cake, there's a story behind it. So when the Vikings invaded England in the 15th or the 16th century, Alfred was the king of Wessex, was the one of the first kings of England, and he went on these guys and he hid in the countryside. He was being taken, like a farmer was giving him shelter, and they told him to keep an eye on the cakes that were in the oven, because he's a king and he didn't care about that mundane stuff. The cakes burn. So these are King Alfred's cakes because they look like burnt cakes.
they look like what kind of cakes?
Burnt cakes. Like
Burnt cakes?
burnt muffins, yeah, I guess. And yeah, the way to tell them apart is you cut them in half and they have always this concentric.
You're not talking about Victoria's husband.
No, Alfred was.
Before.
Yeah, before even England was unified.
Okay.
It was like Sussex, Essex, and Northumbria.
Okay.
It was divided in 3 or 4 kingdoms. And Alfred, by marriages and strategies, and alliances, he was able to unify England.
Oh. History lesson too. Oh, what? As well as mushroom lesson.
Yeah, I know. I figured that'd be tough. We scraped that off the end of a log.
This is probably my worst subject. Like these crust ones that grow on logs.
Is this an old perlatum? Don't they get like kind of like flat? It's an old fastball.
I don't know.
And then we have Telephora, right?
Yeah.
What species?
Pressure.
Telephora species.
Yeah.
So Telephoras kind of like look like plants. I don't know. It's difficult to explain.
Flowers almost.
Yeah.
We call them earth fans.
Oh.
Some of them look like fans, I guess.
Earth fans.
Earth fans.
Is this Telephora?
Nectria.
Okay, I don't know this one.
Coral spot. Because coral colored spots on a stick. Sometimes you can find like so it's sort of pretty.
And this is as far as I can take you. Nathaniel will do the rest.
Our mystery pink.
We found a bunch of like aborted stuff
Oh,
on the ground, always.
Dead ladies' fingers.
Dead ladies.
We have no idea. And we have some there that they almost look like the aborted entolomas, but they were on ground.
Right.
And